judges, teachers, fellow competitors, and audience. My name is Abby Kiehlbauch, and I'm from KLO Middle School. When I heard the theme for this year's Rotary speech competition was Light Up Rotary, I thought of it as find your spark, find your light, and use it to change the world. My spark is helping others, so I wanted my speech to help at least one person. I also have anxiety, and while I've been experiencing anxiety, I've noticed the lack of support and sometimes awareness when it comes to mental health. That's what I'm going to be talking about today. 1.5 million kids suffer from a mental illness just in Canada. 80% of those kids don't get the help they need. That means 1.2 million kids are suffering in silence just in our own country. Something needs to change, and I think the Rotary can help. Psychiatrists and counselors are very expensive. Not everyone can afford to go to a private facility to get the help or sometimes the medicine that they need. If a child goes up to their parents and says, "I want help, I need help," and their parents have to tell them they simply can't afford it, this child could delay seeking help and they might never seek help again because they think it's simply out of reach. We do have some publicly funded places in Kelowna, but sometimes they aren't that efficient and they have a few issues. Now, I've only been to the one publicly funded place, so my opinion will be completely based on that one. These services are so high in demand that not everyone can just walk in and get some help. You have to get a referral from your family doctor. Now, once again, these services are very high in demand and not everyone can get a referral. I was lucky enough to get a referral and I was put on the wait list. I had to wait for 5 months. Not too bad for me because I had a very supportive family, my teachers are amazing, and my school counselor is wonderful. But for someone who has no one else to lean on, that could be a long 5 months. When I finally walked into Child, Youth, and Mental Health, you could tell not a lot of funds were going into the place. The chairs were ripped, they were all mismatched, the walls needed painting, and the space was somewhat cramped. I just didn't feel welcome there. And when you're going to talk about something that you're going through and it's difficult to talk about, you want to feel welcome. Now, I know appearance isn't important and they have the support there, but I feel like it's important to feel welcome. Mental illness is an awkward and uncomfortable subject to talk about, and it always has been. And I think it's that way because it almost seems as if some people don't think mental illnesses are real. But when you're going through it, it's as real as ever. So we need to get rid of the elephant in the room. And one way we could do that is have someone come and talk about mental illness, just like someone comes and talks about family life. Because some kids, they're going through mental illnesses, but since there's simply not enough awareness around mental health, they might not even know. So we need to share our stories with others, because if you start sharing your story, other kids will start sharing their story, and everyone will realize that it's completely normal to feel this way, and just maybe they'll start seeking help. The Rotary has done amazing things, and they've changed the world in many ways, and they're going to continue to do that for a very long time. I just hope that they decide to give mental illness more support, because when someone doesn't seek support, the alternative is never good. So we need to be open, talk more, and seek help, because every single person going through a mental illness deserves to get the help they need. No one deserves to go through this alone. If mental illness starts getting more notice and more people start asking for support, people will notice how high in demand it is, and we might get more support. And please remember, just because you can't see a mental illness, it doesn't mean you're the only one going through it. So let's use our lights to light up the darkness in this world, and that darkness is mental illness.